$2,600 can buy you many things, but what sort of gaming PC can it get you? Stick around to find out. This gaming PC can wreck almost any game at the lower resolutions, so the lowest one we tested today was 1080p. Playing GTA 5 at 4K, we could get the graphics settings up to medium before the frame rate got a little bit choppy. This PC had no trouble playing at 1080p and 1440p at ultra settings, and it was pretty quiet while doing so. Another game we tested was Payday 2. We could play on high at 1440p, and at 1080p we could play on ultra. So this gaming PC does pretty well with higher resolution and extremely well with lower resolutions. For a processor, we went with the Intel Core i7-4690K. This is a quad-core CPU with hyperthreading, with a base clock of 4 GHz and a boost clock of 4.4 GHz, and 8 MB of L3 cache. This CPU is only going to cost $474. To cool this beast of a CPU, we're using a Corsair H105. This is a liquid CPU cooler with a 240mm radiator, and it's got a customizable color ring on the CPU block, so you can choose between grey, blue and red for which color will suit your build. The CPU cooler is going to cost $164. For a motherboard, we went with the Gigabyte Z97MX Gaming 5. This is a micro ATX motherboard that has the LGA 1150 socket. This motherboard can support up to 32 gigs of RAM, and it has 6 SATA 3 ports and 6 USB 3 ports, so you can put a lot of stuff like fast SSDs into your build with no trouble at all. This motherboard costs $219. For memory, we went with Kingston HyperX Fury. We went with 16 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, clocked at 1866 MHz, and it's only going to cost $189. For a boot SSD, we went with a Samsung 850 EVO. We went with a 250GB SATA 3 SSD that has a 540 megabytes per second read and a 520 megabytes per second write. This SSD only costs $165. For mass storage, we went with a Western Digital Red. We went with a 4TB 7200 RPM drive that's actually a NAS hard drive, and it has 64 megs of cache, so this drive is going to do very well. It's not going to get affected by vibrations that much, and it's a great drive for $249. For a video card, we went with the Gigabyte GeForce GTX 980. We went for the 4GB card that has a base clock of 1178 MHz and a boost clock of 1249 MHz. This is a great card for only $759. To power this build, we went with the Corsair RM750. This is a 750 watt, 80 plus gold, fully modular power supply that's going to do great in this system for only $199. Lastly, for a case, we went with the Bitphoenix Pandora. Now, I absolutely love this case. It only supports up to MATX boards, but it's still a great case because it has a customizable front logo, which is great because you can put your company logo, Bitphoenix's logo. You can put whatever you want there. It also has red LEDs throughout the case. This is on the black model, and it's only going to cost $175, and it is a really nice case. So all up, this build cost just around $2,600. If you have any other suggestions for price points for builds, please leave a comment below. Also, while you're down there, like, dislike, and comment and share if you have any other thoughts or anything like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.